A devotee asks, Maharaj, you have often stressed the need for Advaita Bhava and Advaita Drishti. However, he finds himself switching between careful introspective inquiry leading to Advaita Bhava and being engrossed in bhakti to be one with the Supreme. He asks, how can I make the Advaita Bhava more steady?
Beautiful. So, as far as this Advaita Drishti and Bhakti, these two things are concerned, we should first understand that they are not at loggerheads with each other. They are complementary to each other. Where there is Advaitic Drishti, the true Bhakti will be present. And wherever there is true Bhakti, Advaita Drishti will be there. How do we understand these two things? Through scriptures and by the grace of the Guru, we are first blessed with the right vision of the ultimate reality, Ishvara. Otherwise, we may imagine Ishvara in so many ways, but the right understanding of Ishvara as Ishvara is, this is a blessing coming from the Shastras and the Guru. The Samyak Darshana, or you may still use the term Viveka. Through Viveka, we are blessed with the right vision or the right drishti of the ultimate reality. And once we have that right vision of the ultimate reality, what follows naturally is devotion, through which we become fully absorbed in that ultimate reality. Once again, let me repeat this point. Through Viveka, coming through the Shastras and Guru Kripa, we develop the Samyak Darshan or Samyak Drishti as far as the ultimate reality is concerned. And through devotion, which follows naturally, one becomes fully absorbed in that ultimate reality. So bhakti is what? Bhakti is that steadfastness in that ultimate reality. So we should understand that where one is there, the other will be there. Once we have the perfect vision of the what is so-called the perfect visual, the conceptual vision coming from the Shastras about the ultimate reality, what will follow is a one-pointed kind of an engagement with that ultimate reality. That unbroken, one-pointed engagement with the ultimate reality is what is bhakti or devotion, as we find stated in the Bhagavad Gita. That's why Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita refers to the so-called Jnani as the best bhakta, because for the Jnani, who knows that only one reality, one Ishvara alone is existing, for that Jnani, there is no second entity apart from that ultimate reality which is existing, and therefore he is completely absorbed in that reality. That complete absorption, that steadfastness in that vision is what is bhakti. So they go hand in hand. Where there is true jnanam, advaita drishti, there bhakti has to follow. And where there is true bhakti, bhakti not in a ritualistic sense. As I said, bhakti is nothing but the steadfastness towards the ultimate reality. That one-pointed steadfastness for the ultimate reality through love. That is what is bhakti, which is based upon jnanam, that is the ultimate picture of the ultimate reality. So they complement each other. They are not at loggerheads with each other. This is the one point which we have to understand. Now, as far as how to strengthen this Advaita Drishti, that comes through practice. We should understand that opposing this Advaita Drishti is the so-called Samsarika Drishti, or the worldly attitude, or the worldly vision. These are two different kind of visions which we can usually have. A person can live with the so-called a sense of, absolute sense of realism in this so-called world which is supposed to be existing, separated from Ishvara or Brahman. So this is one attitude with which usually people live with. But opposed to this is the Advaita Drishti. So as we have been living with the so-called the wrong Drishti for so many lives, and this Advaita Drishti is something which we are now trying to cultivate, there will always be a struggle between these so-called opposing kind of drishtis. One is worldly drishti and the other is the Advaita Drishti, which comes from scriptures. Now, how to strengthen this Advaita Drishti? It is purely by abhyasa, practice. As we more and more repeatedly do Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam, what happens is slowly the worldly drishti begins to weaken and this Advaita Drishti begins to become stronger and stronger. And a time will come when this Advaita Drishti will become natural for this person. And as we grow in Advaita Drishti, bhakti also proportionately becomes stronger and stronger, unbroken and intense. So this is the connection between Advaita Drishti and Bhakti, and this is how we have to strengthen Advaita Drishti through repeated practice and abhyasa.
He follows up, is it incorrect to cycle between introspective inquiry and bhakti in pursuit of the truth?
There is absolutely no, nothing wrong in going between Advaita Drishti and Bhakti. In fact, in this question, something is presumed as if these two things are separate things. As I said in my earlier answer, Advaita and Bhakti, they go hand in hand. When we have the true Advaitic so-called Drishti, there will be true Bhakti, and where there is true Bhakti, there has to be the vision of Advaita. It will come. Naturally it will come. So there is absolutely no problem in moving from one to the other. At the same time, we should know that both are complementary. Where one is there, the other will be there. In fact, if you just look into the lives of all the great Advaitins, they were all great bhaktas also. Sri Ramakrishna was a great Advaitin as well as a great bhakta. Sri Shankaracharya, who is considered to be the greatest Advaitin, is also a great bhakta. So also with all the great teachers, Sri Krishna was also a great Advaitin and a great bhakta. So this question is based upon a wrong understanding, as if bhakti and jnana are two different things. So whether one is in a devotional mood, in the true devotional mood, Advaita doesn't go away. And in true Advaitic Drishti, bhakti cannot go away. They are existing together. In the true devotion, you will find one sees, one loves that one reality throbbing everywhere. And when we have the vision of one reality, a deep absorption through an emotional involvement with that reality will be the natural outcome. So they are complementary to each other, and this is what we have to understand as far as Advaita Drishti and Bhakti is concerned.